Hi guys! So today I'm having a filming day, but I decided to actually give you guys a get ready with me to make a YouTube video makeup tutorial. So this is what I do pretty much every time before I film. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I have my stuff setting over to the side, so don't mind if I'm looking at that or the mirror, trying to get this accurate for y'all. So I've already put on, the only thing I've put on is the yellow Kojando color base that I always talk about, and that just kind of helps with any discoloration. And as you guys can see, I have like brown, usually I have dark circles, but it's like brown around my eyes right now. Like I've had a rough time, but we'll deal with that. So next I use the Kojando foundation that I've talked about several times. It's still my favorite right now. Like I said, it's the most flawless finish I've ever gotten with a foundation. And I know that Sephora sells this, but I got mine on Look, so you can look out there, but I think they also have their own website that you can get it from. So I just have this much on my hand, and I'm just going to do this with my hands and start going around and applying the foundation. Sorry, I'm not talking right now because we all have those makeup faces that we have to make while we're applying it. I don't know why, but somehow I guess they're helpful. Funny story, I actually had a teacher, and she was like, girls, don't be applying your makeup during this class because I will know, because I know that whenever you guys are putting on blush or whatever, everybody's gonna make that face. And she's like, so I will catch you. And it wasn't until then that I realized that pretty much everybody does actually make that exact face when they're doing that. So next I'm going to do some concealer from Tarte. And I think everything I'm going to show you guys have already seen before in videos, but if there is, well, I think there's a couple things that you haven't, so I will tell you about those when we get to them. And I'm going to start with my under eyes, and like I told you guys before, I kind of do a triangle. So I get up into the corners of my eyes because that's a really dark spot for me, and then I get right underneath my lower lash line, and I come down my nose and kind of come out to the sides of my eyes. And that, like I said, covers like any darkness or the shadows. You want to get that triangle look so that it brightens up this whole area. I'm going to wipe off a little because I got a little bit too much on my hands. And then I'm just going to pat that in, and using your fingers helps to get everything a little bit warmed up and easier to blend. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I usually just pat like right under my eyes. The rest of it I kind of you know, just blend however, but underneath your eyes you want to be really careful because it's super delicate skin. And they always say, actually, I'm not even using it right now, but they always say use your ring finger because that's the one with the least amount of pressure. I don't know that I'm always the best at doing that. I think I usually tend to use my middle fingers, but it's a good tip. Use your ring fingers when you're doing anything under eye. So I have a little bit left over, so I'll just cover any spots that look like they could use a little bit of concealer. And then okay. So that's pretty good for now because we're gonna keep going and it's gonna blend in a little bit. I'm gonna take a little tiny bit more foundation and work in here because this is much less thick than the Tarte Maracuja concealer. So it's gonna help to spread this out a little bit and not be too thick in that area. I always get like the sides of your nose right here that tend to be red. And I always like to go outwards when I'm applying my makeup. So that everything gets blended well, and make sure you take it down under your chin a little bit and just, you can make sure that this is blended well, and if not, you could take it down onto your neck just a little bit, but you don't want to have any of the harsh lines between your skin tone. So now I am going to take a powder, same thing, the Kojendo again, and start, actually, I'm missing a step. First, I do this white powder underneath my eyes to set it, and Kojendo again, but this helps just to set this, and it's just a white powder so that it's going to prevent from creasing or getting like oily if you have oily eyes or oily skin in general. And usually I actually go all over with this as well, just to again mattify everything and try and prevent shine and creasing. And I am almost out of this because the entire thing opened and dumped out all over me, my mom's car, and my makeup bag. But it's a really good product, so I'm gonna have to repurchase. Now I'm just going in with the powder I said. And this is not a translucent powder, this is actually like a powder foundation, but it's really light, so I usually like to just go over once with that again to mattify and just help blend at the end, make sure everything is well blended, especially by your ears and your jawline, like I said, and up here at your hairline, so if you wear your hair back, you're not gonna have some crazy discoloration. Okay, so now I am going to start doing my eyes and blush. So I'm gonna put everything I have used behind me to make it easier to grab stuff. So just 1 second. Okay, so now I'm going to open up this palette, which is Joy to the Girls. I've talked about this palette before. Like I said, I do believe it was a limited edition at some point at Sephora, but I've told you guys this before, you can always check Amazon and eBay and usually find almost everything you want to find. And if not, the colors that I'm going to use are very, I don't want to say dupeable, but you can find them in almost every makeup brand and every line. There's very similar colors to what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this Cheers color right here, and I'm most likely going to use a little bit of Prancer. Yeah, this was a Christmas special. And then I'm going to do a little bit of Sugar Plum on the outside corners, and probably a little bit of this Chimney at the bottom. So again, I'm just going to use my fingers, and usually I get a little messy with this and then I just go back and clean it up, and that's not a big deal at all. And I'm not using any eye primer or anything, but That color alone is really beautiful if you just wanted to do that for a super simple makeup look, or if you're really young and just getting into makeup and you don't want to, you know, have a ton of stuff on, or your parents don't want you to. And I'm going to put a little bit of this in the corner as well and pull it underneath my lash line a little bit. Then I'm going to do the same to the other eye. Giving it 2 coats of the Cheers color, which is just this like metallic-y, really, really light paint color. And then I'm gonna do the outsides next. Everybody has a different order of how they do their eyes, and I don't think there's really any right or wrong way, just whatever you prefer, whatever works for you. That's the rule of everything that I'm ever going to say for you. Whatever works for you, do that, because that's what's most important. So now this is the part where it's probably going to get a little bit messy, especially because I do it with my fingers, and in this case with my eyes closed. But I'm trying to go into the crease to bring a little bit of depth with the darker colors, and then I'm tracing an outer V line right here. And I can already tell you that I've gone too far out, which you can see, but we will get that cleaned up. I'm going to do both eyes first though, because I'm going to be a mess for a minute. And this happens every time I do my eyes, so I'm pretty used to it. And I just want to show you guys that even though I'm on here making YouTube videos and my makeup might look like really good, or some people have said it looks like I have flawless skin and what beautiful makeup looks, but it starts out like this every day, I promise. And then I am going to go in with a little bit of that gold I mentioned. Now I'm going to try and start at the middle and just work my way out and leave that pink color all over in the beginning right here and in the corners. If you're getting ready for school or something, get a palette like this that has, mine is getting a little bit haggard right here because Prancer's deciding to chip away, but get a palette like this that has like easily neutral shades that you can wear with like lots of different colors and stuff, and you could just do one wash of one color and be out the door. And so now I'm going to start cleaning it up because, like I said, it's looking pretty messy right now. And this did have a lot of fallout, as you can see, so that's not great, but it's not unbearable either. I've never had a real issue with it with this palette. Okay, so that's cleaned up really well. Got a little bit of depth in there, and a little bit of shine on the inside. And all I'm using to clean that up is baby wipes. Like I said, I don't go anywhere without baby wipes because I'm a germaphobe, 1, and 2, they're pretty much good for everything. If my girls get into anything, I always have them on me. If I touch something undesirable, I've always got them with me, and for my makeup, I've always got them with me, so they are always a good thing to have on hand. And I would say if you're gonna get any wipes, always get like unscented and the most natural ones you can find. I have not found a brand that is something I would like to promote right now yet, so that's why I'm not giving a specific name. But there's also water wipes that you can get off of Amazon, and I'm pretty sure they're just water wipes, but they're baby wipes, and those would work just fine too, without any chemicals or anything in them. You know, if you want to go the most natural route. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of concealer under here again because I did do a disastrous job on my eyes, but this is real life, so I'm gonna keep going with this video and post it for you guys because I got no shame in my game of real life. So hopefully you guys don't either. Okay. So that's that. Then I'm going to do some blush and lip, and that'll be all. And mascara. I did forget that. And I'm going to curl my lashes as well, so I guess I should. Alright. So for blushes, I am just going to stick with my tried and true Imagined by Tarte. It's the Amazonian clay. It looks rather bright. I don't know if you can see how bright that is with my lighting, but it looks intimidatingly light. Bright is what I mean by light. But we're going to work it out. So I have learned to always like go back. So like start on the apple of your cheek, dab a little, and just bring it back in strokes. And then that's going to prevent you from putting too much on, and it's really going to focus it on your cheekbone where you want it. There's that face, see? Didn't even realize I was doing it. And this is just a powder brush, but I just use it like at an angle and dip it in there, and then obviously go through and blend with the entire brush. But if you're stuck with one brush, you can work it out. If you're stuck with no brushes, you can work it out. And again, like I said to you guys, I don't want to bash this company, but these are Boomy brushes, and this is the Genius brush. And I got these off of a recommendation from a really successful YouTuber, and so I trusted that they would be great and everything. And like that's when I said to you guys in one video, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on brushes, because I've done it and you don't need to. This is already coming off unglued or undone, however they keep it on there. So yes, I am hard on my brushes, and I'm not gonna say that it's bad company or say that it was a bad recommendation, but for me, they just don't hold up very well. And I'm really hard on my stuff, and honestly, I don't notice any difference between this and any other brush I've ever used. So okay, I think we're good there. And if you guys can see, under my eyes is very shiny since we reapplied some of the concealer. So I'm going to take this bad boy again and take care of that. And this is good, like, or any translucent powder, or even if you want to carry around a powder foundation, just for in the day if you start to crease any in your eyes or anywhere, and or get shiny, just apply a powder foundation or a translucent powder and you will be good. So next we're gonna do some eyelashes, and okay, we're gonna try and curl these beasts first. Like I said, you're gonna hear my babies in the back of probably every video because they really like to express themselves and let us know when they're mad at us or angry at something outside or whatever they're feeling. Which is good because my little one never like yelled for the longest time, and then I always told her like, find your voice, you know, be comfortable, find your voice, and she found it, and she has never ever lost it since. She will fight with a bird that sits on my windowsill, and they fight with each other all day most days. Or we have an owl that she fights with too outside. But she's so tiny and it's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into the mirror a little bit for this. This is the Better Than Sex mascara from, it is from Too Faced, yes. And you can see I just messed that up right there. I am legit not a superstar or anywhere near with, it turns out good because of the tips I showed you guys, but when I'm doing it, I am nowhere near great at applying mascara or not getting eyeshadow out of where it's supposed to end up. So again, don't be intimidated, just go for it. There's never something you can't fix. Okay, now we're gonna take care of the little, I say little, but you guys know that's not little because you can really see it. Little thing of mascara right there. And bam, we're good. I'm gonna put lip stuff on, and then that is the end of this look. And this took a while because I'm doing it on camera for you and talking in between, but this does not take long at all if you're just doing your makeup and not making a video while doing it. That was the EOS, and this is in vanilla coconut, I think so. It's a pretty new one, and it smells amazing. I pretty much love anything coconut. And then again, this is the Tarte lip. I don't actually know what they call these, but it's in the color Paris. And it's just kind of a tinted gloss, as you can see. I'm not really huge into lipstick. I don't know why, I just never have been. I just got a Kat Von D one that I'm excited to try. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll be more into it, but right now, never have been. So, that is it. Voila! And I forgot to show and tell you guys that I'm usually just wearing, well, you guys know I usually wear my Wild Foxes. So I have a pirate Wild Fox on right now, but below that is some of my husband's Iron Man pajamas, which is what I generally am wearing at all times when I'm in the house, when I don't have to wear real people clothes, as I call them. I pretty much am immediately into pajama pants as soon as I can, and stealing his is even better than my own because I have even more room and more bagginess and just comfort. So this is the look you're gonna see in my videos that I'm gonna be filming next. but I just wanted to take you through a quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I can see that that's 25 minutes, so maybe it's not that quick, but we had a talk too. So I hope you guys like the look, and I will see you soon in my next videos. Thanks. Bye.